Hey guys, so this is my continuation to AutoCAD 2012 Introduction and how to draw a line. And I'm just going to start by saying you should check your units. So we'll go UN spacebar, and it opens up the unit dialogues box. And I'm going to stay working in architectural and keep my insertion scale in inches, but you can obviously change it to decimal, engineering, fractional. So to accept the changes, I'm just going to select OK, even though I didn't change anything. Same idea, good practice. So I'm just going to start by saying that the click and drag method to drawing a line like this isn't quite accurate, and I'll show you that here. So I'll zoom in quite good. So L space click drag, and hold on, I'll zoom in a little bit more. So I'll see here how there's kind of a good buffer room. See how it's staying at 5 foot 3/8 of an inch, and you got all this wiggle room. So that just shows that your measurements are going to be slightly off when you use the click and drag method and trusting the measurements that come up on the screen. So I'm just going to show you two methods to stay a little more accurate when you're drawing your lines. So the first is just to enter the distances manually. So I'm going to start off how I usually do. L space click drag. So you'll see how the measurements come up and they're highlighted in blue. That actually means that you're free game to enter your own dimensions. So I'm just going to draw a straight line here, and we'll keep it at 13 feet. And to accept that input, you just hit spacebar. And that's one line. So I'll do that again. L space, click, and I'm going to keep this one straight again. And then to have another accurate 13-foot line, I'm just going to enter 13-foot spacebar. And that accepts the changes. So that's one method to keep your lines a little more accurate. Now, say you want to draw an accurate line or an accurate length line at an accurate angle. So I'll show you how to do that now. So same as before, L space, click, drag. Now to get it to draw the angle, you actually have to lift it up off the horizontal and keep it at a bit of an angle to start. So we'll say we want a 13-foot line. So you type in 13 feet, and instead of hitting spacebar, you hit the tab key, and that'll let you edit the angle. So now we're going to draw the 13-foot line at 60 degrees, and then you hit spacebar, enter, and that'll draw your 13-foot line at a 60-degree angle. Anyways, moving on from there, we'll do that again. L space, click, drag, we'll go this way. So go 22 foot, tab key at a 15-degree angle, and then you hit enter. And that'll draw your 22-foot line at a 15-degree angle. And I'm just going to hit escape and delete that. So the second way you can stay accurate is by using snap mode. So you'll see in the bottom left hand corner, it's the second one from the left aside from the coordinates and whatnot. And you can also hit the F9 key to access it, but it's called snap mode. So I'm just going to right click on the snap mode button and go into the settings, and that opens up the drafting settings dialog box. So from here there's a few things you can control, but the only thing we're going to worry about right now is the snap function. So right now, just for a demonstration, the snap's set to 10 inches for the X direction, 10 inches in the Y direction, and I just have select equal X and Y spacing just to keep things standard. So there's two ways you can turn snap on. It's with the F9 key, well, three ways I suppose. With the F9 key you can open up the settings and turn it on manually here. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to click OK. So haven't changed anything. And then I'm going to go down here and left click snap mode, and you'll see it highlights in a blue color, and then you'll know that snap mode is enabled. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit here and start by drawing a line. L space, click, drag, and you'll see it only increments in 10 inches, which it's an accurate 10 inches, so it's what you want. So you go 10, say 1'8", 2'6", 3'4", so on. But the good thing about this is that you can trust your measurements. So you can set your snap down to, say you want to get accurate within a 1/16 of an inch. You can set your XY snap coordinates by going right-clicking on snap mode, settings, and then editing your XY spacing. You could say 1/8 of an inch in the X direction and just equal X and Y spacing, so it'll be 1/8 of an inch in the XY. So select OK to accept your changes, and you'll see if we zoom in a lot here, if we drag it in, it'll be accurate to every 1/8 of an inch, which is pretty handy, and it keeps everything nice and standard. So the next thing I'm going to show you here is how to draw perpendicular and parallel lines, and also keeps everything accurate so you're not guessing at angles and crazy things like that. So first I'm just going to start by drawing a line, so L space, click, drag, and let's say we want to find the midpoint of this line and draw a line up perpendicular from that midpoint. So first you just want to check down in the bottom left hand corner, it's about the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 6 box over, and it's a box with a two-dimensional box with an orange circle on the corner, and it's called the object snap. So first we're just going to start by checking out the settings for the object snap. So I'm going to right click on the object snap button, open it up, and you'll see all your options for the snap command. So the first one we're just going to check out is center and midpoint, and you'll see that midpoint's already highlighted here, so it should be good to go once we start trying to find the midpoint. So I'm just going to click out of here, and I'm going to L space, and now if you start waving your mouse, oops, maybe I didn't select it, so I'm just going to open up object snap again, select midpoint. So it just highlights midpoint as well. You can set several of the snaps to occur at once, but I just hadn't made sure that midpoint was set. So start by drawing a line again, L space, oops, L space, and if you highlight it around or wave the mouse around the middle of the line, you'll see the midpoint gets highlighted in a green color. So now you can just click there like you're about to start your line and draw it straight up. So now you have a line that's perpendicular to the first, and we'll just do that one more time. So L space, click, drag. Now say we want to find that midpoint. We went into object snap, right clicked it, selected midpoint, so it's already good to go. L space, and then you wave your mouse around the middle of the line and you'll see it highlights, and we're going to click it and drag the line up parallel, and we'll say we want a 5-foot line, and then you hit spacebar. So that's good. So next we're going to draw parallel lines. So say we want L space, click, drag, and I want a 10-foot line, so 10-foot spacebar. Whoops. I'm going to do one more thing here. L space, click, drag, 10-foot, and now I'm going to hit the tab key just to get an exact angle here, and I'm going to draw it at 30 degrees and then hit enter. So now I have a 10-foot line at 30 degrees. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to build a parallelogram here. So to do that, I'm going to right click on object snap and make sure that parallel is enabled. So to do that, you just click it and then the menu will disappear. So I'm going to click parallel. So I'm going to go L space, and now also in object snap, if you see at the top, endpoint is already selected, so that's why it highlights at the endpoints. So click on the endpoint, and I'm going to draw a 6-foot base, spacebar. Now to get these lines parallel, the object snap parallel is already enabled. So you just wave your mouse down the bottom of this one, or of the line you want it to be parallel with, wave it at the bottom, find another point on the line. So there you go. And now to start kind of moving in the direction of the line. Oops, maybe I didn't get it. There we go. And once you kind of move in the direction of the line, it'll highlight in that green color, and then you'll know you're parallel to the other line. So I'm going to do the same length, 10 foot, spacebar, and now L space, click, drag, and it's going to snap in the other end point, and I'm just going to click it. And now we have our parallelogram with two parallel lines, and it's looking good. So I'm just going to go over that one more time. So L space, click, drag, we'll say 10 foot, escape, line, at the end point, click, and we'll say 10 foot, tab key, 30 degrees, enter, and I'm just going to hit escape. Actually, I'll keep drawing the line here. So I'll go 10 foot, spacebar. And now I actually don't need to make these lines parallel just because I'm going to take advantage of the geometry, even though you'll see the snap comes up to make the parallel line. I'm just going to slide it down in the corner and click OK. And thanks guys, that's it.